The Director General of Inter-Service Public Relations (ISPR), Chaudhry is the son of a nuclear scientist who met al-Qaeda chief Osama bin Laden and tried to hand over nuclear weapons technologies to the terrorists. This is public information, so he has like really good understanding of nuclear weapons. This guy, and he's been meeting Osama bin Laden. Is son of a declared terrorist. Bhai Sahab. Is Hafiz Abdur Rab really a common man? Pakistan's DGISPR claims that the LET terrorist Hafiz Abdur Rab is an innocent man. DGISPR's common man is a globally sanctioned terrorist, clearly visible in the viral terrorist funeral picture. The identity details shared by DGISPR completely overlap with the details of Hafiz Abdur Rab, a member of Lashkar-e-Taiba's senior leadership since at least 1999 and part of the US sanction list.
He is this man. His name is Hafiz Abdur Rab, who is actually leading the players. He's got 3 daughters, son, and he is born in March 1973. You can see his details, family details and everything over here.
Pak says, man who led terrorist funeral, a family man. US disagrees. He's like, that's not our definition of a family man. He has provided a link. Okay. Shiat, my bad. Individual, last name Rao, first name Hafiz Abdur. हर चीज़ पाकिस्तानी, पासपोर्ट भी और जितनी भी नेशनल आईडी है सब कुछ पाकिस्तानी. 4 लेक रोड, रूम नंबर 7, लाहौर, पाकिस्तान. क्या? पूरे पूरे एड्रेस रख के बैठे हैं. 4 लेक रोड, रूम नंबर 7, चौबरी, दौला खुर्द, 129 जिन्ना ब्लॉक. अबे इतना तो मैंने अपना एड्रेस नहीं लिखा हुआ किसी ऐप पे. जोमेटो वगैरह वाले भी ऐसे ही आ जाते हैं 2 लाइन में. द आइडेंटिटी डिटेल्स शेयर्ड बाय द DGISPR. DGISPR है क्या भाई? आई डोंट नो एक्चुअली. Face of Pakistani's military is son of a terrorist. Okay, he's also a son of a terrorist now. बलोच वालों को एजेंट बनाकर भेज देंगे. Wait, now we are saying कि ये जो बंदा है, face of Pakistani's military is son of a terrorist. Is he? DGISPR पाकिस्तान का information देने वाला बंदा है जो public को information देता है regarding these things. And apparently he's a son of a okay, we gotta read this, right? One prime example of Pakistan's military establishment is inseparably woven with jihadi and terrorist elements in the three-star Lieutenant General Ahmed Sharif Chaudhry, the Director General of Inter-Services Public Relations (ISPR). Chaudhry, who is briefing the world about the India-Pakistan military crisis, is son of a declared terrorist, Sultan Bashiruddin Muhammad. Even the Pakistani military establishment works to spread disinformation against India's battle against terrorists. The world needs to remember that the LT General Chaudhry has the DNA of a terrorist who's featured on the list of the UN Security Council's al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee. Yes, it is the same Lieutenant General Chaudhry who reportedly appears before the world trying to project Pakistan as helpless victim of terrorism. Bhai Sahab! Well, there is no why are we even arguing that? We are not arguing that in the world. Why are people even arguing that? Lieutenant General Chaudhry, as the DG of ISPR, is among the top military officers in Pakistan. Another example of jihadi mix in Pakistani military is its Army Chief General Asim Munir. While Munir's father was a teacher, cleric, Chaudhry's father was a nuclear scientist who later went rogue and gave jitters to the West. I'll tell you Wikipedia क्या बोलता है इसके बाप के बारे में. Alright. इसके बाप के बारे में पता क्या बोलता है Wikipedia. While Abdul Qadir Khan came to be known as the father of Pakistan's nuclear program, Lieutenant Chaudhry's father, Sultan Basiruddin Muhammad, played a big role in developing the Islamic Republic's dirty bomb. Acha, oh. So this guy's father was involved in developing the nuclear arsenal of Pakistan. And this guy's father apparently tried to make a deal with Osama bin Laden उन लोगों को nuclear weapon देने के लिए, al-Qaeda. The US intelligence machinery that keeps tab on rogue Pakistani scientists was alarmed upon finding out that nuclear scientists met Al Qaeda chief Osama bin Laden. And the last thing the US wanted was that Al Qaeda or its associates have access to nuclear bombs. It moved fast. The 2001 attack on the US took place in September, and Mahmoud was registered officially as a terrorist by UN community in the December of that year. Wait, hold on. Really? When did Pakistan became a nuclear power? In 98. Okay. Bhai sahab. The UNSC Al Qaeda Sanctions Committee page lists General Chaudhry's father as Mahmoud, sorry, मैं मोहम्मद पढ़ रहा हूँ, there's a Mahmoud Sultan Bashir Uddin. Wikipedia search his name. I'm not trusting Indian media at the moment. No worries, no worries. तू देख रहा है कि मुझे देखने को कह रहा है? नहीं यार, इतना जो कौन सा है ये इंडिया टुडे, ये इतना ज़्यादा ब्लेटेंटली झूठा नहीं बोलेंगे कि जो इस इंसान का फादर है, he is listed in the UN's Security Council sanctions committee list of terrorists. 2 मिनट दे भाई, 2 मिनट दे. Having spent a distinguished career in Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, ये वही जगह है जहाँ पर BSI का फाउंडर वो भेज रहा था, by the way, computer machinery. I don't remember his name. Having spent a distinguished career in the Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, he founded Tameer-e-Nau, UTN, in 1999, a right-wing organization that was banned and sanctioned by the United States in 2001. Mahmoud was among those who were listed, sanctioned by al-Qaeda, who were listed and sanctioned by al-Qaeda's Sanctions Committee in December 2001. He was also sanctioned as specially designated global terrorist by the United States, official foreign assets control. Does India consider him a terrorist? Is there any way to find that out? Under radical politics. What do you mean? Are you saying कि because it is stated like that, or US 2001 में से भग भग के काम कर रहा था, तो he might not actually be a terrorist and just this might be conjured up? Is that what you're trying to say? Mahmoud was listed by the UNSC Sanctions Committee as a terrorist on December 24, 2001 for his association with al-Qaeda and its chief Osama bin Laden and Taliban. Wikipedia में under radical politics में read more details about him. Though publicly endorsing 1998 decision to carry out the Chagai nuclear test by Prime Minister Sharif, Mahmoud began appearing on news channel as an outspoken opponent of Sharif, as Mahmoud vehemently opposed Pakistan becoming a signatory state of the nuclear non-proliferation treaty. अब ये क्या है? And comprehensive nuclear test ban treaty. Okay. So he wanted Pakistan to be a nuclear state, right? Just like down south neighbor India. In Pakistan's popular news channels and newspaper, Mahmoud gave numerous interviews, wrote articles, and lobbied against Sharif when learning that the Prime Minister had been willing to sign anti-nuclear weapon treaty, prompting the Pakistan government to forcefully transfer Mahmoud to a non-technical position in PAEC. Seeking premature retirement from PAEC, Mahmoud moved towards publishing books and articles involving the relationship between Islam and science. Mahmoud founded the Tameer-e-Nau UTN, a right-wing organization, with his close associates. In 2000, he began attending the lectures and religious sessions with Dr. Ishar Ahmed, who would later influence his political views and philosophy. Through UTN, Mahmoud stepped into more radical politics and began visiting Afghanistan, where he wanted to be focused on rebuilding educational institutions, hospitals, and relief work. In August 2001, Mahmoud and his colleague Chaudhry Abdul Majid at UTN met Osama bin Laden and Ayman al-Zawahiri. Describing the meeting, New York Times editorial quoted, "There is little doubt that Mahmoud talked to to the two al-Qaeda leaders about nuclear weapons, or the al-Qaeda desperately wanted the bomb? So let me understand this. Let me make sure I understand this. ये बंदा चाहता था पाकिस्तान न्यूक्लियर स्टेट बने, and he learned that and that Pakistani prime minister at that time was about to sign the treaty जो कि उनको न्यूक्लियर स्टेट ना बनने देती. Prime Minister had been willing to sign anti-nuclear weapon treaty, prompting Pakistan government to forcefully transfer Mahmoud. Right? What is anti-nuclear weapon treaty? I mean, that sounds like वो न्यूक्लियर स्टेट ना बने या फिर टेक्नोलॉजी ही ना रखें या फिर यूज़ ना करें. Several international treaties aim to limit or eliminate nuclear weapons. Key agreements include the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons (NPT), the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty. Okay, अच्छा 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 हाँ ठीक है. 2001 का debriefing and detention भी पढ़ो. एक सेकंड, तू खुद पहले पढ़ रहा है फिर तू मुझे पढ़ने को बोल रहा है कि तू मुझे सिर्फ पढ़ने को बोल रहा है? Because you gotta do one or the other. You realize that, right, Bindra? Since the 1999 and 2000 onwards, Pakistan intelligence community had been tracking and monitoring Mahmoud, whose bushy beard advertised his deep attachment to Afghan Taliban. Acha, I skimmed, okay. After the September 11 attacks in the United States, the Federal Investigation Agency, FIA, launched criminal investigation against him, leveling charges of unauthorized travel to Afghanistan. And so, एक second, I doubt that now I doubt your doubt. I think you're on board with him being a terrorist now, right? Or are you trying to say something else which is glossing over my head? Director of the Central Intelligence Agency, George Tenet, later described intelligence reports on his meetings with al-Qaeda as frustratingly vague. Okay. When asked by Pakistani and American investigators about the nature of Tameer-e-Nau, जो उसने बनाया था, develop करा था apparently, and discussions, Mahmoud said that he had nothing to do with al-Qaeda and was only working on humanitarian issues like food, health, and education. Investigators from Inter-Service Intelligence (ISI) and Central Intelligence Agency (CIA) were astonished and surprised at the extent of his nuclear weapons knowledge. Okay. Oh. All right. So he has like really good understanding of nuclear weapons, this guy. And he's been meeting Osama bin Laden. तो या तो द आर्ग्यूमेंट इज कि भाई ये इंसान इतना ही अच्छा था कि जो अफ़गानिस्तान में इलीगली जाके जो जहाँ पर दिक्कतें हो रही हैं उधर हेल्प करने जा रहा है ह्यूमैनिटेरियन बेसिस पे, या फिर ये इंसान तालिबान के साथ वॉज इन कहूट्स विद देम एंड द लेवरेज ही हैड वाज हिज न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स की नॉलेज. एंड ही इज प्रो न्यूक्लियर वेपन, दैट इज ऑब्वियस, राइट? And during his debriefing, his son, Dr. Asim Mahmood, a family medicine doctor, told ISI officials that my father, Mahmood, did meet with Osama bin Laden, and Osama bin Laden seemed interested in the matter, but my father showed no interest in the matter as he met him for food, water, and healthcare matters on which his charity was working. Wikipedia kiska hai? I think Wikipedia is open source, right? If I'm not wrong. Hello, Chitranshi. Thanks for joining the stream, dude. Who funded this attack? Well, the Resistant Front, TRF, took responsibility for it, जो कि, as I understand, is a proxy for Lashkar-e-Taiba. So, I would assume those guys. And those guys have been in cahoots with Pakistan for a while. And the FIA criminal probe continued for 4 months and yielded no concrete results. Pressure from the Pakistani society and court inquiries against the FIA's criminal probe led to Mahmood's release in 2001. His family did confirm his release but had been constantly under surveillance by the FIA. His name was placed under the exit. Bhai, acha, ek second. Let me just say this. Ek second, hold on. ये चीज़ हटा भी दो एक पल के लिए कि इस बंदे पे डीप रिसर्च करते हैं कि टेररिस्ट है या नहीं है. हटा दो, भूल जाओ. Just for the sake of the argument. If the US believe this person to be a terrorist, it is working really good for our narrative, for our argument. So we don't even need to look too deep into it when we are discussing the current issues, the current conflict. इतना ज़्यादा deep देखने की ज़रूरत भी नहीं है, just to support our narrative, first of all. Right? Just the fact that this guy is meeting Osama bin Laden, he has extensive nuclear weapon knowledge and is on the list of terrorists. That's a pretty. His son is a big guy in the Pakistani army. That's big. Exit control lists. Placed on exit controls list. So he is not allowed to travel out of Pakistan since his release. Mahmood has been out of the public eye and lives quiet life in Islamabad, devoting most of his time to writing books and doing research work on Islam and science. He is a pretty religious guy, I would imagine. Dr. Bashir Saeed, former president of the Association of Pakistan Scientists and Engineers of North America, said, I know both of these persons and can tell you that there is not an iota of truth that both of these respected scientists and friends will do anything to harm interests of their own country. Own country की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही. Own country की तो बात ही नहीं हो रही लेकिन. What is this leak? सबकी फेक हॉबी रीडिंग एंड राइटिंग ही होती है. What? What? Is that a personal attack, a human? All right, guilty as charged. क्या क्या हुआ विरल भाई? क्या बताऊं? Genuine question: Who made the thumbnail? Unfortunately, I did. Why? Please put your टिप्पणी. मलिका हिंद. मैं तेरे से ना सारी तमीज और वो की उम्मीद छोड़ जाऊंगा पता है. When you're joining the stream, you better act womanly. All right. Also, the guys, you guys too, act womanly when you're joining the stream. Because I'm the man here. अच्छा चल वीरल को जरा कैचअप देते हैं भाई. इससे पहले क्या पढ़ा था हमने? ये चीज़ पढ़ी थी. हाँ, सबसे हमने यहाँ से शुरू करा था कि दिस गाय क्या नाम है इसका? नहीं सब अपने हॉबी सेक्शन में यही लिखते हैं इसलिए कहा. ओके. सो दिस गाय DGISPR ने इसको आइडेंटिफाई करा एज अ कॉमन मैन हु इज एक्चुअली अ ग्लोबली सैंक्शन टेररिस्ट. ठीक है. हम इसको टेररिस्ट प्रूव करने चले थे PCTCS पे कि टेरर लिंक निकल गए. भाई हाँ चल सॉरी. तो जो पाकिस्तान का DGISPR है उसने रेफर करा इस इंसान को एज अ कॉमन मैन. ना ये जो इंसान है इसका नाम है हफीज़ अब्दुर रौफ. ठीक है. और अगर इसको तुम देखोगे तो ही इज़ वेल अ टेररिस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस सैंक्शन लिस्ट जो कि ऑफिस ऑफ फॉरेन एसेट्स कंट्रोल की है. दिस इज़ अ US थिंग, आई डोंट नो, या फिर UN थिंग, इनमें से किसी की. ठीक है. सो दिस गाय इज क्लियरली अ टेररिस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस लिस्ट एंड दिस सीम्स क्वाइट ऑफिस ऑफ फॉरेन एसेट कंट्रोल. हाँ, US डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ट्रेजरी की वेबसाइट है ये. ठीक है. तो इस बंदे को जिसको ये कॉमन मैन की तरह हमारे भाई साहब रेफर कर रहे थे तो हमने देखा कि अच्छा पता नहीं कहाँ से हमारे पास लिंक आया कि ये जो भाई साहब हैं जो इन भाई साहब के फादर हैं वो भी टेररिस्ट हैं, एटलीस्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू द US. ऑल्सो अगर ये सैंक्शन लिस्ट पब्लिक है देन DG ने इसके डॉक्यूमेंट्स क्यों दिखाए दिए विद द सेम फकिंग डिटेल्स. ट्रू. दे कैन नॉट बी दैट स्टूपिड भाई. खानदानी पेशा है उनका. तो ये जो पाकिस्तान मिलिट्री के फेस हैं भाई साहब, इनके जो फादर हैं वो ये हैं सुल्तान बशीरुद्दीन महमूद. This guy, he went to Afghanistan multiple times, apparently illegally. He even met Osama bin Laden. This guy is a nuclear scientist. US की फट गई थी जब उनको पता लगा कि अच्छा दिस गाय इज मीटिंग ओसामा बिन लादेन और न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स की बात हो रही होगी. एंड ही सेड कि नहीं 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 नहीं, मैं तो खाली ह्यूमैनिटेरियन फूड और वाटर की बात कर रहा था वहाँ पर, मुझे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. दैट्स व्हाट ही सेड, यू नो. Dude, what the fuck is happening? Are you okay? I forgot. DG, what does that stand for? ISPR. He's the Director General of the Inter-Service Public Relation of the Pakistani Army. इससे related thread भेजता हूँ citizenship की. What the fuck are we even watching? I don't understand it. How can this be? Okay, why does he look like he looks the exact opposite Malika Hind. All right, there is an exact opposite of Modi ji. That's what that guy looks like. Okay, how dare you? यार तूने मुझे ना वो कर दिया यार. रात के टाइम तूने मुझे वो कर दिया. क्या कर दिया? ओए वो हराम. मैं थंबनेल देखा अपना और मुझे अभी याद आया. तू कह रही ना थंबनेल बेकार है. I I cross checked the thumbnail with Sidhu and Sidhu was like, "Oh, this looks good." I mean, it doesn't look too bad. Does it look too bad? It's all right. I mean, because I wanted to look serious but not clickbaity serious, and I didn't want to look like just chilling shit. तो समझ रहे हो? That's why. Of course, for a thumbnail, this is much better, right, guys? भाई साहब. Okay, the charges against. Ew, the fuck is that? Fuck you, dude. How dare you? The charges against him are serious. Mahmood was proscribed for participating in the financing, planning, facilitating, preparing, or perpetrating of acts of activities by, in conjunction with, under the name of, on behalf of, or in support of supplying, selling, or transferring arms and related material, or otherwise supporting acts or activities of Osama bin Laden, al-Qaeda, and the Taliban, according to the UNSC Sanctions Committee. Ooh, भाई साहब. This by the West was alarmed by the father of Lieutenant General Chaudhry, the brain behind Pakistani's disinformation campaign. Not just the West, Mahmood had freaked out his colleagues in Pakistan earlier. His religious intensity, combined with his sympathies for Islamic extremism, scared his colleagues. According to a 2009 report in New York Times Magazine, he was forced to retire early. Sultan Bashiruddin Mahmood, a loitering munition, and then went on to co-found and become the director of Tameer-e-Nau UTN, ये हमने पढ़ लिया, wielded as a non-profit body. UTN provided Osama bin Laden and Taliban with the information about chemical, biological, and nuclear weapons, according to the UN al-Qaeda Sanctions Committee report. I don't even know what to do. Obviously, there's nothing I can do with this knowledge, but I don't even know how to take it. Wait, that's what she. Oh my god. Chad, I am disappointed by the fact how funny I find it, okay? So fuck you. How about that? I find it funny because I was like, oh, I said it. Wait, that's what she said, opportunity. And I'm like, oh, wait, that's not the best time. During UTN visits to Afghanistan, Bashiruddin met bin Laden and Al Qaeda leaders and discussed nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons, it says. ठीक है भाई, it is pretty clear. I mean, ये hence proved वाला situation हो गया. True. It's clear Pak is being run by terrorists and has been for many years. बाकी लोग तो बस puppet हैं. I think कोविड के टाइम न्यूज़ भी आई थी कि पाक गवर्नमेंट इज़ नो लॉन्गर रनिंग द कंट्री, देयर मिलिट्री इज, एंड मिलिट्री तो है ही टेररिस्ट के सपोर्ट में. ये तो हम भाई शुरू से सुनते आए हैं. ये तो हम शुरू से सुनते आए हैं. एंड आई थिंक इट after the, what was that? The Simla treaty or something like that, जो हम कल पढ़ रहे थे. After that, I think they just changed their, you know, policy and was like, oh, let's go the terror route.